Saturday is the final game of the regular season. Queens and Tusculum senior night here at the Levine Center, and Coach Bart Lundy is here with us. Coach, I want to talk quickly about Lenore Ryan from Wednesday night. Kind of a Jekyll and Hyde affair, if you will. I never felt your team played poorly. You shot 60% from the field for the game, just 9 turnovers total, yet somehow, some way, they were red hot, led by 6 at halftime. Ultimately, you come back, you win by 13. How do you size up a game that's full of runs like that?
Well, we knew going in that it was a difficult place to play, and for whatever reason, maybe it has to do with us. They play well, especially there against us, and they came out and they were on fire. I don't think our defensive focus was as good as it could have been, and we found ourselves down at halftime and gave up a lot of points, and a lot of points to one particular player. So we made some adjustments at halftime. I think those guys buckled down defensively and in the second half, and our defense really led to some big runs in the second half.
You mentioned the player that was tough to stop. Darian Evans had 25 first half points, finished with just 31 in the game, only 6 in the second half. Defensively, Mike Davis had a great game, 3 blocks, led your team in scoring with 22 points. That's kind of expected, though, from Mike. We've talked about it. But instead, we saw the emergence of a new star, if you will, Josh VanWees. He's missed some time this year with an injury. 6 of 8 shooting from outside, 18 points, career high for him. If he doesn't go off in the latter portion of the first half, you guys maybe aren't even in that game. Where did that come from for Wees?
Well, I mean, we have always known that he can really shoot the basketball, and probably his biggest hindrance has been the coaching and putting him on the floor. But he had to get through an injury. It was a pretty substantial injury, and he maybe is the heart and soul kind of our team. Our team pulls for him and cheers for him. I don't know that I've ever coached a player that when he makes a basket that his teammates are as happy and euphoric as our team is when he scores. So we are all, obviously we needed every single point that he scored. But beyond that, I think the whole team was happy to see him break out.
There was a while there, it was just back and forth, Evans and VanWees, back and forth up and down the floor. Senior Day comes up here on Saturday. Won't be the last game of the season at home, and it's the last game of the regular season. You'll get the first round of the SAC tournament here at the Levine Center. But you do have a pair of seniors on this team. Jared Hendricks, who's been here for 4 years, the 4 years since you've been back. Let's talk about Hen first. What does a player like Jared mean to you?
Jared means everything and has meant everything for the last 4 years. We practiced this morning and told the team, the best thing that you can be in life is reliable, and he has been as reliable as you can be on and off the floor as any player that I've ever seen, and certainly ever coached. And as much as we'll miss his blocks and his rebounds and his points and what he does as a player, we will miss him being Hen every single day and being the same guy and showing up for practice and doing his best, and whatever he does in life, he'll be a success because he does show up every day and he is ultra super reliable.
I think it says a lot about him. As a sophomore, he started almost every game. This year he started 10 games, and overall he's been a reliable guy. Another guy for you, Daniel Camps, as a senior, he provides an electricity with some of those thunderous dunks throughout the year that a lot of guys at this level just don't have. What has his presence over the last couple of seasons since he's come here from Northern Kentucky meant to the program?
Well, what you see is kind of what you get. He is energetic and emotional. Not only is he athletic, but he has a tenacity about him that really sparks our team. I will say that in 2 years, the growth that we've seen with him as far as being plugged in, being a leader, growing as a person, has been phenomenal. There were times his first year where I thought he struggled with consistency, and we haven't seen any of that this year. And you see the results on the court. The consistent play goes hand in hand with how he has lived his life this year, and I'm really proud of Dan, and we're going to miss those two guys immensely.
I think he's behind Jalen by just a couple of tenths of a point right now for being the team's leading scorer, but most of the year he has been team's leading scorer and team's leading rebounder. Tusculum is the opponent on Saturday. They are fighting for their own positioning at the bottom half of the conference standings, trying to make their way into the postseason tournament. You could end up with them again potentially in the first round. That could happen. They played you to a 2-point game at their place. What do you expect on Saturday?
Dogfight. I think they've got 4 seniors who have 3 of which have played their entire career at Tusculum. They've got maybe arguably the best point guard in the league, and they know that if they lose at Queens tomorrow, then their season's over. So we're going to get not only their best shot, but probably more than their best shot, and it's going to be just like for us, it's a game that has a lot of stakes on the line, and I think you'll see 2 teams that are coming out and playing both for something to gain and a lot to lose as well.
I think we'll see a lot of 3-pointers in the air as well. Tusculum made 22 of them in their last game versus Mars Hill, and that is a South Atlantic Conference record for a game. Thanks, Coach. We'll have Queens and Tusculum on Saturday from the Levine Center at 4 o'clock. Play-by-play coverage available on queensathletics.com/RoyalsLive.